What's up guys, it's Grayscale here, and welcome to some Superflight. Now this is a really interesting game. I really enjoy it because it's my style. Basically, it's a quick arcade type game where you play as the guy in the wingsuit man, basically suicidal, just like real wingsuit guys. And he jumps off of high places and flies at super rapid speeds, and you gain points by flying close to objects such as walls, ceilings, floors, and the closer you are, the more points you get. Along with that, if you fly through narrow gaps like doorways and the like, you get much more points than you normally do. However, it takes a lot of accuracy and timing to do that. You have to be very skilled. And once you go to the below any stage, you'll see what happens in a moment. I'm just trying to farm as many points as possible here. Going down, spinning around town. You enter a whole new randomly generated area to earn points in. Some better than others, I'll admit. But overall, it's a well-made game for what it's trying to do, and I really like it. Anyway, it's very exhilarating. I played this game a little while back for the background of a vlog video. Full disclosure, I'm not actually narrating while playing because that would be nigh impossible. This is a game that requires large amounts of focus, and I try to provide that focus by playing it quietly. And I did really well, I think. I got some high scores, got a lot of achievements. I think I only have a couple achievements left in this game. You'll see later on that I do some really nice maneuvers. Though overall, pretty much all my runs in this video were long and good. But I recorded it for the vlog, but I found that even though I was going to put it in the background of the update video slash vlog that I uploaded, it was for... That was like the setup tour and channel update video. Probably a couple weeks before this video will be uploaded. I found it was too distracting to put in the background. Even though I thought, like, many people said this was kind of a relaxing game to play in your free time, it was too much of a distraction still, and it is an exhilarating game to watch. It's very vertigo-inducing, so if you're afraid of heights, it's not the game for you. But if you like fast action, and fast-paced timing and accuracy, it's really good. Just until you crash, that is, and your head explodes. But we'll see that happen soon enough. It's a good game. It has high reviews, and I like arcade-style games. I like rhythm games, like Geometry Dash and Super Hexagon, and I like arcade games. Both of those are also arcadey, kind of. Though I like arcade games. I have a lot of apps on my phone for arcade-based games. And this is kind of like that, except more polished and really fun to play. It's really hard to play on a keyboard, I'll let you know. So I used a controller for this because keyboard is kind of wacky. You can't get precision movements because it's only down and up, input, output. I feel like I'm speaking in college terms again. Yeah. So I don't really know exactly what to say since I'm recording this commentary after the video is playing, but I guess I'll name my guy. I like giving my guys really simple names in these types of games, so I'm gonna name him Saul. S-A-U-L. Why? Because he's Suicidal Saul. Haha. You got this, Saul. You're gonna be able to enter the new dimensions just by going down. It's like some superhero. I'm Wingman! I don't know why I said that like He-Man. But I guess He-Man's a really good superhero too. Kind of. If he's considered a superhero. Well, my wingman Saul, Suicidal Saul, is going to rack up these points and eliminate all the hackers at the top of the leaderboard and beat all the noobs below me on the leaderboard. So that's how it works. Anyone above you is a hacker, anyone below you is a noob. Except when it's an arcade game, it's pretty easy to tell when it's a hacker. And it almost always is at the top of the leaderboard. There's no denying it, especially in apps. People hack Game Center all the time. There's no point in even trying to get to the top there. There's some games where I got really high up though. Fun fact, when Flappy Bird was at its high, there are tens of millions of people with leaderboard scores. I was in the top 1,000. In fact, I think I might have been in the top 500 at one point before even more people joined, because more and more keep joining. I think I might be in the top 5,000 by this point, though. I haven't checked. Didn't they remove that app? I think they removed that. Oh, that's some really narrow flying. I feel like they removed it. Did he add it back, though? I don't remember this whole story. All I remember is back in high school, I think freshman year. Yeah, freshman year of high school for me. Ow, that hurt. My head exploded, but you couldn't really see it too well since I was in a little cave there. Though when I die most of the time in this game, it's because I think I'm going to go for some narrow gap inside, And it's only once I get to a point of no return that I realize that there's no escape from where I was. There's no exit area. Which is one problem with the randomly generated maps. Because sometimes it'll create something that looks like an alley that you can gain tons of points in. You go in, there's no exit. That was my own fault there. You could see my head explode. It was pretty good. Yeah, these are some shorter runs here. Because I'm trying to find hidden things on this map. Anyway, back to my story about Flappy Bird. Back in freshman year of high school, I remember it was freshman year because it was back when I remember playing it in gym class, Flappy Bird. That was a close one, except I'm dead. I played it in gym class, and we only have physical education freshman year of our high school. I know, it's weird. We're all fat and lazy in high school because we only have one semester of gym, and none in college. So I'm even more fat and lazy. But I would play Flappy Bird all the time, and everyone at my class, I remember, like, pretty much everyone had their phone out in class. Because our gym had a PE part, and it had a classroom part where you learned about health and some other things like that, and not to do drugs and not to smoke and all that stuff that everyone ignores the moment they get out of high school. And in high school. Don't do drugs. And we were all playing Flappy Bird. Everyone had their phones out, and I would just look at their scores, and they were all like 200 points at least. Probably more, over 300 generally below my score. If you're wondering, I posted it before in an old video. If I find my screenshot of it, I'll post it. I had like 350, I think, as my Flappy Bird score. I know, it's probably too high for my own health. I know people have beaten it, but I did one run of Flappy Bird for like almost an hour, I believe, and got it that high. And I wasn't even paying attention completely to Flappy Bird. Like, I got so good at it from playing it so many times that I could half focus on it and kind of watch YouTube videos at the same time, just tap, 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 and just keep going. And I don't know why I played this. The game was so addicting back then, but it's so simple. I don't understand. Anyway, everyone was playing it, and then anytime I would look at their high score, sometimes they'd ask me, can you try playing on mine? I was like, okay, and I immediately beat their high score. First try, almost every time. Sometimes I mess up, and they just look at me, and I'm sure they're thinking, how dare you? But at the same time, they also say thank you for bringing up my high score, and now I can brag to friends about my score that I didn't earn. But then sometimes I'd ask them if they want to see mine, but actually, I think I only showed them my high score whenever they asked to see my high score, because I didn't want to make them feel bad. And this isn't me humble bragging or anything like that. I'm being serious. I didn't want to make them feel bad because my score is too high. Because every time I'd show them to other people, like when I first got my high score, I was showing them to all my friends and stuff, and they would just look at it and be like, man, my score sucks. And I just feel bad because it didn't suck. It was just much less than my score, which was too high. And that's the story of Flappy Bird. And then after a little while, everyone stopped playing Flappy Bird, and then I was thinking, man, I worked so hard for this high score, and now I can't brag about it anymore. I mean, I still can, still do sometimes, honestly. I still have the original Flappy Bird installed on my iPad. I never deleted it because I was afraid that I'd never be able to re-download it, which is probably a valid worry by this point. But I can still check my high score and play Flappy Bird to this day on my iPad. And I can still brag about it to people, which is good. I've always been good at arcade games, to be honest. I've never really played them, not real arcade games, like on the arcade machines, because they cost tons of money just to keep playing if you mess up. But apps, arcade apps, and arcade Steam games, I've always been pretty decent at, I think. The games I'm the best at are platformers. I'm really good at platformers. And generally any game that has to do with timing and precision and accuracy. Precision and accuracy. Precision is if you get multiple answer choices, or multiple outcomes from an experiment, and all of them are close to each other, that's precision. How close they are to the expected value is accuracy. Why am I doing it? Anyway, I was good at games where you had to have good timing, okay? And that included rhythm games, of course, and platformers require good timing and accuracy. And those are the main ones, I guess. And arcade games, and I was always really good at those types of games. I was also pretty decent and good at survival and adventure games, specifically sandbox games, mainly because I spent so much time playing Minecraft that I've just got an affinity for being able to survive. However, don't tell my friends, but I often mess around and kind of screw with them on purpose in survival games. And just so that it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, but I really know everything. I don't really know everything. Oftentimes I'm improvising my way, but I know the basics of survival games. And once I play them for a while and figure out the mechanics, I get pretty good at them. I want to play some more sometime, though, for YouTube. Things like Subnautica and Long Dark. I think those could be fun to play. Single-player survival games. Some multiplayer ones, too, like The Forest and... what was that? There was that zombie one, too. Dying Light. I have all these games that I own now, but I haven't had a chance to record for YouTube because, one, I have too many old videos I'm trying to get uploaded, and two, I don't have enough time to record new videos right now because of college. But once summer hits, I'm going to record all the games, and I may need to upload 2 videos every day because there's going to be so many games, so little time. I'm going to have so much free time in college to do YouTube, man. It's going to be great. I'm going to see if I can do some collabs, have a fun time, finding new people to record with. I can't wait for summer. However, I will go a bit into my school schedule here. I almost made it through that door. I'll go a bit into my school schedule. This is turning into another vloggy type thing. It's just me telling short stories as I fly through the wilderness. I'm planning on taking classes over the summer. Just one. When I say classes, I mean a lecture in a lab, one class in the lab that goes with it, and that is organic chemistry. Mainly because I'm trying to get through college as fast as possible with a pharmacy degree, graduate degree. I'm trying to be a pharmacist. And it seems counterintuitive trying to get through school fast with a pharmacy degree, like graduate school degree, doctorate. But with the program at my school, which is really nice, I'm able to do 2 years of chemistry and then switch my bachelor's degree to a pharmacy bachelor's. And then I can do 2 years of that to finish that bachelor's, but that also counts towards 2 years of graduate. So that cuts off 2 more years. So I'm in pharmacy school for 2 years less, which is nice. And that makes me go through faster. Along with that, I'm taking classes every chance I can. It's a lot of credit hours. I'm not trying to stuff my semesters with like 19, 20 credit hours or anything like that. Like, I'm okay with 15, 16, maybe 17. However, I am going to take classes over the summer to make up for any ones that I'm not taking during the spring and fall. And for this semester, that'll be organic chemistry, and for next semester, I'm probably going to do physiology. That'll be a little bit of a tough medical-based one, but it doesn't have a lab with it, so that's something good, I guess. I don't like having labs with classes, because labs take up so much time. And you never know when they're going to end, because oftentimes they end early. And also, I started hating this map, so I decided to skip it. But I'm trying to get as much done as possible, and hopefully, by taking one class this summer, and that means I have to stay at my school campus for a little while, but since I'm only taking one class, which will be every day, Monday through Friday, for an hour 20, and lab twice a week for the regular lab time. But by doing that, I'll be able to have more time during the day, because an hour 20 is not much. The class is at 9:45, so that it'll end at 11:05. And I'll have the rest of the entire day, other than lab days, in which case I'll have to stay at school for another, like, 4 hours for lab. But that's only 2 days per week. But for the rest of them, I have the entire afternoon open. And I can do YouTube all the time. I'll have to do a lot of studying, of course, because that'll be a hard class, organic chemistry. Not looking forward to that. And I'm doing organic, too, during the fall, along with some other pretty difficult classes. Sophomore year is going to be a tough year for me at college, I think. But the way I have it planned out is once I make it through sophomore year, the rest of it would be a breeze. Junior and senior year, no problem. Because all that'll be left are pharmacy-specific classes. I'm done with all my prerequisites. I'm really ahead in terms of hours. In terms of credit hours, I'm actually a second semester junior right now. If you count the classes I'm taking this semester as credit hours. And that means that I'm pretty close to having enough to graduate already. Of course, I still have classes I need to take beyond the minimum required credit hours, because I need to get my degree, of course, and I need to take classes for that degree, specific ones. However, in terms of credit hours, I'm practically ready to graduate. So that means that I have a lot of prerequisites and stuff done. I'm done with all my English, all my social studies, all my humanities, all my mathematics. Pretty much the only things I have left are health classes and science classes. I can't really think of too many other prerequisites. And maybe some electives I could take. But that means that I'm going to have the chance to maybe take 2 minors. I don't know about that, but right now I'm taking a minor in general business, which I'm definitely going to finish because it's really interesting. And I might have a second minor opportunity, and I may make it in something fun. Maybe digital arts, like what Andrew's doing, or maybe just programming, or maybe technology. Maybe I'll do something scientific too, but I don't really want to. I don't really want to minor in something like biology when I'm already majoring in chemistry. There's really no point. Unless I minor. Actually, I could minor in chemistry, since I'm already taking chemistry classes. If I switched to a pharmacy major, I could minor in chemistry. Maybe that would be good. I don't know. I don't know why I'm figuring out my college plans while in a YouTube video. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little rant from me about my time playing Flappy Bird and my college life and everything going on and how tough it is this semester. This semester my only really tough class is Chem 2, though I do have some tough classes in terms of other sciences, like biology too, and the labs for both of them and stuff like that. They're somewhat tough. But Chem 2 is the only one I'm worried about, and Organic Chem will be the only one I'm really worried about next semester too. Or summer and fall. And I also have it planned out for the spring. Also, I'm trying to do some really cool maneuver here, which you'll see it in a moment. It took me several attempts, but I got a lot of achievements for it, so you'll see what happens here. It looks easy. It's harder than it looks, though, believe me. Also, I kind of mess up afterwards somewhere. I do get the points for this, though, which gave me tons of achievements. That was a close call, too. I get a little bit too greedy, to be honest, in this run. I'll go for a new high score sometime later on my own. I just want to give you a little glimpse of the game, an idea of what it looks like, and whether or not you'd enjoy it, because I think you would. It's a really fun game, really simple, and it's a decent price on Steam. Plus, I believe it was on Humble Bundle. No, I just bought it. I bought it on sale. It was actually really cheap on sale. I don't remember what exactly the price was. It was like 50 cents to $1, maybe $2. I don't know. It was really cheap. And I think it's worth it. It's a fun game. Very simple, and it's easy to 100% the achievements on this. So if you're looking for 100%able games, where it doesn't just give you the 100%, you still have to work for it. But it's definitely achievable, pretty simply. This is a good game for that. And I believe I'm nearing the end here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this game. I hope to talk to you some more about my life, my college, my future, and also times talking about us and what videos you'd like me to record and where you want to see this YouTube channel go, because I'm really small and that would be very appreciated. So hope you guys enjoy. See you all later.